Welcome to Rosin Evolution. Today we are looking at presses under $500. So if you're on a budget, if you've got a couple of dollars in your pocket, but you need a rosin press, get your dab on, this is the video for you. We've got a Rosineer, a Rositek, NugSmasher, and Dulytek. These all range from $180 all the way up to $450. Before we start off with the presses, let's go through the supplies we're gonna be using. First and most important, we got our Rosin Evolution 1.375 by 4 bags. These are the smallest bags we make, perfect for the presses we're using since the plates are really small. We've got our 55-pound 6x12 paper, which is a perfect combo to go with both. Got a pair of scissors, 12-in-1 screwdriver, keys, and this thing that came with one of the presses. Press timer, and of course, pre-filled bags, 10 grams each, thanks to our friends over at Hashish. Because we've weighed them out 10 grams each, that'll really help us give an accurate test. We're gonna start off with our Rosineer, and this one was $192.87. I can already tell that these plates are a little bit uneven. So because of that unevenness, there's gonna be a little bit more slippage. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that. I added a piece of blue tape so we can get an accurate temp reading. I have some parchment paper that's pre-cut already. And as you can see here, I don't think we're gonna be able to get that paper all the way in. So I think what we need to do is cut this or take it apart. Do the other side. Nice. Temp check. It's set at 200 degrees right now. We're running about 208. Is not that accurate. It's good to know. All right. We're using our 55-pound 6x12 parchment paper and the 1.375s like we talked about before. Have a little bit of, just give it a test press. I'll loosen that up just a little bit. Let's see. It's getting hot. Here we go. Press number 1. I've got it centered pretty good, and because of the slippage and of that not being secured that tight, I'm gonna go ahead and do a very light press down just to kind of apply a little heat, see if that'll warm it up. I'm gonna start the timer. Keep an eye on it until it starts juicing a little bit, and then we'll start applying more pressure. Looks like it's starting to juice a little bit. I'm gonna apply a little more pressure. Hopefully don't get too much slippage. We're about 1 minute and 30 seconds in. Could already tell with this manual press, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but we're doing it. All right, we're about 1 minute and 30 seconds in. I'm seeing a lot of flow happening, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to close this up. See how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't slip out. Starting to flow. We're not getting much slippage, so that's good. It's not locking into place. There we go. Whew! Jeez, what a pain. So probably after you get it set, you can get a good gauge on how you have to press it, but it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna give it like 15 more seconds, and then we'll start collecting. I'm gonna go ahead and open her up, see how it looks. Ease of use, I'd give this one not that good. One press complete. All right, so let's do a quick collection. Looks like we lost a little bit to the press, but it's all right. Good job, let's get on to the next press. This is the Rositek. This one was $189. The Rositek ones didn't have all the plastic stuff around it, so I like it a little better. Let's see how it works. Because of the sidewalls, we had to fold our paper a little bit differently, so we did like a little bit of a directional fold. Sits right in there. Once again, inside the 1.375 by 4s, exactly 10 grams, thanks to Hashish helping us out. Slide that in like that. Just like last time, I think I'm gonna just have the weight of the press sit on it for a little bit just to kind of heat things up. Check with the Predator how the temps are doing. All right, so we're set at 200 and this is reading 199.5. So that one is definitely more accurate than the one we just did. That's really nice. We're about 30 seconds in. Just apply a little bit of pressure there. Seems pretty well built. It's got a handle on this side up here. Got a little tray down here. The controllers. Oop, I feel it starting to go. So I'm gonna apply more pressure now. And there we go. Beautiful. Look at that. About a minute and 15 in. I've only applied probably about half the pressure. I'm gonna start applying more now and see if we can get this thing locked in. Man, having the same problem. Let me loosen this up a little bit. There we go. You hit the gym. Minute 50 in. We got good flow. Looks nice. Good color. Smells good. I think I'm gonna give it like 45 more seconds. Looks good. And we're going to go ahead and open her up. Here we go, even though we're getting a little bit more coming through here. Man, these things are so difficult to open up. There we go. Oh man, that looks way better than the last one. Look at that. We got a pretty clean bag. Looks like not too much left on the paper. Most of it all pushed out. That's great. Let's go on to collection. Gorgeous. All right. Now let's move on to the NugSmasher. $446. We've got it currently set at 200 degrees. They have a little release, so this would be like a hydraulic bottle jack. The plates are pretty square and small. They look pretty good. You got a handle up here, and we got our magnets on there, so let's give it a try. I am gonna add a couple little sheets right here on each side to catch a little bit more rosin in case we have a little leakage on the side. So this is set at 200 degrees, and we are reading 197.4. A little wide. So if you ever got that problem where your bags are a little wide, let me just show you a quick trick. We're gonna kind of push a little bit of the hash down into the bag. Make sure we stay within our plates. I think these NugSmashers are probably the smallest plates out of all of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this up a little bit. Right on the plates. Yeah, those are tiny plates. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer. Give it a little bit more squeeze. Let's see what happens here. That's one thing I don't like about this particular press. Man, those plates are so tiny on the sides like that. This can press for ants. All right, looks like it's starting to grease. I'm gonna apply a little bit more pressure. Give it probably another 15 seconds and then we'll start applying more pressure. Great, great, great. All right, here we go. So it looks like it's pressing out pretty good. It's just mostly on the sides instead of the front. You might get a side drip going, I'm not sure yet. All right, we're about 3 minutes in. I think most of it's off on the side, so I'm gonna go ahead and open her up and see what we got. So that one felt like it did the least amount of pressure. We got a side drip, that's kind of cool. Okay on the bag press, I'd just give it an okay. And let's do some collection. All right, there we go. We got a little side drip to add to the pile. All right, that one's done. Move on to our last and final press here, the Dulytek. This one is $329. Wow, that's pretty nice. Good price point right there. That's something in the middle. And I think this thing is pretty well built. It's pretty big, pretty heavy, has a 5-ton ball jack on it. Really nice wide plates. We've got them on to 200. Let's throw a Predator on there and see. So we are at 204. It's about 4 degrees higher than what's displayed. Good enough. I am also gonna add some side pieces of paper here. So that's looking pretty good right there. I'm gonna give it a little lip. And that's one thing I like about this press right now is like, look, we got the paper set up, we got the magnets on it. I'm like ready to crank it down, can fill up the bag. This is like I would say probably the easiest one to use right now. This would be my vote. Another 10 grams, thanks to Hashish. These guys are based in San Diego here. If you want to get a hold of them, check out the local dispensaries. You want to try any of this Donnie Burger? And look at that, I just fill it in and sit back and crank it down. This is probably my favorite press out of the 4. Started the timer, and I'm just giving it a little bit of pressure, not really doing too much of anything right now. I'm gonna wait till the bag to juice up a little bit, and then we'll start applying more pressure. Ooh, gorgeous. It's looking good already. And here she goes. Really nice. And that's barely any pressure right there. Definitely can go a lot more on the pressure. Just giving it a sec to warm up. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a side drip happening here. I'm gonna keep going, keep going. About 1:50 in. Looking really nice, really nice. And now I'm putting more pressure on it. This is where I think we're getting closer to the end of the 5 tons. All right, looking good. About 2 minutes and 30 seconds in, and give it one more final. There we go. And I think we're almost done. Open sesame. There we go, looks great. Wow, real nice clean press. And let's go in for our collection. There we go. All right, see how it looks. Rosineer, Rositek, NugSmasher, Dulytek. So far, I would say my easiest to use by far was the Dulytek. $330, ease of use, got the suction cups on the bottom. For $330, I think that's my pick, but let's do some weigh-ins. Rosineer, Rositek, NugSmasher, Dulytek. Wow, what an amazing experiment here. Let's look at our results. Starting out with 10 grams in each bag. Rosineer did 8.06, Rositek did 8.46, NugSmasher 7.70, Dulytek 8.43. Our winner is the Rositek. But it is so close to the Dulytek. So I would say those two, the Dulytek and the Rositek, kind of are neck and neck. Overall functionality, I think the Dulytek actually was the easiest to use, the most functional, less headaches. Don't need to go to the gym for that one. It'll get it done. $330. If you are on an even tighter budget, the next pick would be the Rositek. That's our analysis. Stay tuned. We will be doing presses over 1,000. So if your budget is in the $2,000 to $3,000 range and you're looking for something a little bit more, larger scale for lab uses, those would be the ones. So make sure to tune into our channel, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below which press you thought was the best and which one you own or which one you're planning to buy. Thanks for joining us. Rosin Evolution out.